Good morning, class 9 students. Today, Gautam Ganguli from Adarsh Vidya Mandir is teaching in front of you, and today's topic is working of institutions from democratic politics. So here we will see some main points. First one is Prime Minister. You know that Prime Minister is appointed by President on the basis of the majority party leader, or when any party who got the majority in Lok Sabha election, whose name is decided, his name is, or that person is appointed by the President. If there is no single majority party, in that case coalition government is there, and in the coalition government the number of parties are decide who will be the Prime Minister, and he is appointed by the President. So in this way the President appoints the Prime Minister. He is actual head of the government. Okay, so the Prime Minister is actual head of the government. Why? Because all the functions of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, that are dominated by or lead by the Prime Minister. That's why he is called the leader of the majority party in one side, in another side he is the leader of the Lok Sabha also. Majority party means those party which has got the maximum number of seats in the Lok Sabha, and minimum 370 minimum 273 seats are the minimum number of majority, and in that case the party who wins more than 273 seats, that party might be the majority party. Next one is the Prime Minister. Sometimes we can see that he is the Prime Minister of coalition government also. Coalition government, as for example, you know that when Atal Bihari Vajpayee was going in the Lok Sabha election, at that time he formed that NDA. NDA means National Democratic Alliance, and in that NDA, that is called actually the coalition government, and in that coalition government the Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the Prime Minister of coalition government. So that is also, as he is also appointed by the President, and the Prime Minister take the meeting of the cabinet and Council of Ministers. Cabinets or Council of Ministers, that means the Council of Ministers means here is the maximum 60 to 80 PM, or PM conducts the meeting with them. 60 to 80 ministers are there, and with that he conducts the meeting. And Council of Ministers means they are the ministers of different department and important departments also, and in different ranks of the ministers. The PM is also called the leaders of Lok Sabha, and coordinates with the work of different departments. Different departments means, you know, that railway, then coal ministry, then water, then petroleum. In this way, then Home Minister, Defense Minister. In this way, many ministry or many departments are there. With them, the Prime Minister take the meeting, and he supervises all the ministers and ministers' work. Okay, and the Prime Minister take maximum decisions or final decision. In any case, any disagreements happens between the ministers or between the departments, that is also solved by the Prime Minister. And Prime Minister is responsible to give the answer in Lok Sabha for any type of disputes, and any type of distribution of work, that is also depends on the Prime Minister. The ministers are given different powers, different departments. Okay, that is also depend on the Prime Minister. Prime Minister can reject or dismiss any at the end he can reshuffle. Reshuffle means the new ministers can be appointed, or the ministers can be changed in different departments. That is also the depends on Prime Minister. And the main last point is what, that adjustment is important at the time of coalition government, because in the coalition government we can see the different political parties combinedly form the government. In that case, the work of Prime Minister is very tough. Why? Because he has to maintain the adjustment with the another political parties. Next one, another point, that is President. The President is the highest post of India. He is called also the first citizen of India. And President, he is elected indirectly. Prime Minister, he is elected directly in the Lok Sabha, but President is indirectly elected. How he is elected? He is elected by the Electoral College. Electoral College is formed by the MLA and MPs of India. MLA and MP, they form India. They form a college, and that is called Electoral College. Here, the name of the president. Suppose Mr. A, Mr. B, and Mr. C, they are competing in the name of the president. In that case, the PM or MPs, all the MPs and all the MLAs, they can put up the first choice vote, second choice vote, third choice vote. In this way, but first choice vote is compulsory. Second choice and third choice maybe they can put or not. That is depends on him. But first choice is compulsory. But we can give our preference or according to the choice of the ministers. Next one, officially he is a head. He appoints many important posts like the Chief Justice of Supreme Court and Chief Justice of High Court. Then after that, the Governor of every state, then Election Commissioner, ambassadors, and President. We know that if the President signs any bill, then only one bill can change into the law. So any bill which is changed into law after the signing of President sign. President also make the treaties with the other countries. He also made the agreement with the other countries. So this is also an important point. And the President is the supreme commander of defense, all the defense forces. And President is having the special power of emergency. Maybe he can put up the economic emergency, and in the time of war emergency, or in the time of political disbalance or political emergency. In this way, President can put up his three emergency power. Even President is the officially the President is the head of the government. Okay, and President post is as like as the king or queen of England. It is given in the Constitution in this way. So now the new thing we have seen that before a few years, Prime Minister announced the demonetization, and this we can say that the announcement of demonetization or decision of the demonetization is also the power of the Prime Minister. Although earlier it was thinking that it was the power of the Governor of Reserve Bank, but now we have seen the President and we have now seen the Prime Minister announcing. So we can say it is also power of Prime Minister. So in this way, in different ways, Prime Minister and President both are very important posts in India. So to run the parliamentary government, both the posts are important. I think you watch this video and understand the matter. Thank you. Have a nice day.